The ranch sat alone under a wide sky where the land stretched far without fences or roads nearby. Noah lived there by choice because silence helped him think and hard work helped him sleep. He woke each day before sunrise and rested only when the stars returned at night. The land was rough but honest, and it gave back only what was earned. Noah believed a man and the earth could understand each other without words. That evening the air felt different, as if the land was holding its breath. Noah rode slowly along the outer fence, checking posts and listening to the night sounds. The moon was thin and clouds moved like shadows across the hills. His horse suddenly stopped and lifted its head toward the dry creek. A weak sound drifted through the dark and pulled Noah from his thoughts. The sound was not the call of an animal that still had strength. It was low and broken and carried pain with every breath. Noah guided his horse toward the creek and climbed down near the rocks. There he saw a horse lying in the dirt, barely able to move. Its chest rose slowly, and its eyes reflected fear and exhaustion. The horse was thin, and its leg was badly hurt. Dust clung to its coat, and its body shook from cold and pain. Noah knelt beside it and placed a calm hand on its neck. The horse did not try to run or kick, and that worried him more. It had reached the edge where fear no longer mattered. Noah stood quietly and looked around the dark land. There were no riders, no camps, and no signs of where the horse came from. He understood that leaving it there would end its life before morning. He did not think about risk or questions or consequences. He only knew that help was needed now. Using rope and steady hands, Noah worked slowly through the night. He made a support for the injured leg and lifted the horse inch by inch. The work was hard, and his arms burned with effort. The horse breathed heavily, but stayed calm, as if trusting his voice. By the time the wagon reached the ranch, the stars were fading. At the barn, Noah laid clean cloth and washed the wound with care. He gave the horse water and spoke gently as the sky lightened. The animal shivered but stayed alive through the long dark hours. Noah stayed awake beside it, listening to every breath. He had no name for the horse yet, but felt a strong bond forming. As the sun rose, Noah finally stepped outside to wash his hands. The land looked the same, yet felt changed in a way he could not explain. The air was quiet, without birds or wind. A strange weight pressed against his chest. Then he saw movement along the far ridge. Men stood there watching in silence. More shapes appeared along the fence and near the hills. They did not rush or shout or show fear. They simply stood with calm strength and deep focus. Noah slowly realized they were native warriors. They surrounded the ranch at a distance as the morning grew brighter. Their presence felt ancient and deliberate. Noah did not reach for a weapon or raise his voice. He stood still and waited as he had learned from the land. Fear came, but respect came with it. One warrior stepped forward slowly. His face showed age, wisdom, and deep patience. He raised one hand not in threat, but in acknowledgement. Noah answered by lowering his head slightly. No words were spoken, yet understanding began to grow. The warrior's eyes moved past Noah toward the barn. They rested there with quiet intensity. Noah followed his gaze and suddenly understood the truth. The horse was not just an animal left to chance. It carried meaning beyond his world. The warrior spoke in a calm voice that carried across the land. He explained that the horse was sacred to their people. It had carried stories, memory, and honor for many years. They had searched through the night, believing it lost forever. The land itself had guided Noah to it. Noah listened without interrupting. He felt the weight of responsibility settle deep inside him. He explained how he found the horse and how he helped it survive. Every word was simple and honest. The warrior nodded slowly as he listened. The other warriors remained still, watching every movement. Their silence felt powerful rather than threatening. The elder warrior stepped closer and placed a hand on Noah's shoulder. His touch carried gratitude and something deeper than words. The horse had been given another chance through kindness. As the sun rose higher, the warriors remained surrounding the ranch. They were not there to take or punish. They were there to honor an act that crossed worlds. Noah felt his fear slowly ease into humility. The day had only begun, but his life had already changed. Morning light spread across the ranch and revealed faces filled with patience and quiet strength. Noah stood near the barn while the warriors remained at a respectful distance. No one rushed and no one raised a voice. The land itself seemed to listen, as if waiting for the next step. Noah felt small yet steady within the circle of watchful eyes. The elder warrior spoke again with calm clarity. He said the horse carried the spirit of long journeys and shared history. It had guided their people through storms, hunger, and long seasons. Losing it would have meant more than the loss of an animal. Finding it alive felt like a promise kept by the land. Noah listened carefully and kept his hands open at his sides. He explained how the horse was hurt and how he worked through the night. He spoke of water, clean cloth, and steady care. He did not speak to impress anyone. He spoke because truth mattered here. The elder nodded and looked toward the barn again. He asked if the horse could be seen. Noah agreed and walked slowly toward the open doors. The warriors did not follow but waited in silence. Trust was being tested in small, careful steps. Inside the barn, the horse lay on clean straw, breathing more evenly. Its eyes were open and calm despite the pain. Noah spoke softly as he approached. The horse shifted its head and released a quiet breath. Life still moved strongly within it. The elder stepped inside alone and stopped several steps away. He lowered himself to the ground and remained still. His eyes softened as he watched the horse. He placed his palm against the earth and whispered words of thanks. The moment felt private and sacred. When the elder stood again, he looked at Noah with deep respect. He said the horse had accepted care, and that meant something important. The spirits had chosen kindness over fear. Noah felt a warmth spread through his chest. He did not fully understand, but he accepted the meaning. Outside the barn, the warriors shifted slightly as the elder returned. He spoke to them in a low voice that carried confidence. Faces relaxed and shoulders lowered. The circle around the ranch did not tighten but softened. A shared understanding settled into the morning air. The elder explained that the horse would need time to heal. Moving it too soon would cause harm. The people would remain nearby to protect and watch over it. They would not cross into the ranch without permission. Respect would guide every action. Noah agreed without hesitation. He offered water, food, and space without being asked. The offer came from the heart and not from fear. The elder accepted with a slight smile. Trust continued to grow one choice at a time. As the sun climbed higher, campfires were prepared at a distance. The warriors moved with quiet order and care. Noah returned to his work feeling watched but not threatened. He repaired a fence and checked the well. Life continued as it always had, yet nothing felt the same. Throughout the day, people came in turns to sit near the barn. They sang softly and told stories to the horse. The words were gentle and steady. The horse responded by breathing more calmly. Healing began not only in the body but in the spirit. Noah observed from afar and learned through silence. He realized that care did not always mean control. Sometimes it meant allowing space and honoring tradition. The land seemed to approve of this balance. Even the wind moved more gently. By afternoon, the horse lifted its head on its own. The elder noticed and smiled. He said the horse remembered its path. Noah felt hope rise within him. The night of fear felt far away now. As evening approached, the elder invited Noah to sit by the fire. They shared simple food and quiet conversation. The elder spoke of journeys made long before fences existed. Noah spoke of storms survived and seasons endured. Two worlds met without conflict or pride. Stars appeared one by one as the fire burned low. The elder warned that challenges might still come. Balance was never permanent and always needed care. The horse would test patience and commitment. But kindness had already set the path. Noah returned to his cabin later that night. He slept with a sense of purpose he had not felt before. The land rested along with him. Beyond the barn, quiet voices continued their watch. Morning would bring new choices and deeper bonds. The next morning arrived with soft light and a calm sky above the ranch. Noah woke early and stepped outside, feeling the cool ground beneath his boots. The land felt awake and aware, as if watching quietly. He walked toward the barn with slow, careful steps. The horse was breathing steady and strong compared to the first night. Its eyes followed Noah with gentle awareness. Hope settled deeper into his heart. The work of healing was far from over. Patience would now matter more than strength. The day began with quiet purpose. The elder arrived soon after sunrise and greeted Noah with respect. He checked the horse carefully without rushing. He touched the injured leg and listened to the breath. He nodded as if pleased by what he felt. He said the horse was fighting to stay in this world. That fight deserved support and time. Noah listened and learned through observation. No instructions were forced, only guidance offered. Trust continued to grow between them. The barn became a place of shared care. Warriors took turns standing watch at a distance. They did not crowd the horse or the ranch. Their presence felt protective and calm. Some gathered herbs from nearby hills. Others prepared warm wraps and clean water. Every action had purpose and meaning. Noah noticed how nothing was wasted. Even silence was treated with respect. The land responded with calm weather. Balance slowly returned to the space. By midday, the horse tried to stand for the first time. Its legs shook and its body trembled. Noah stayed close but did not rush forward. The elder raised a hand signaling patience. The horse steadied itself and then rested again. That single effort felt like a victory. Soft voices rose in encouragement. Hope spread through everyone present. Healing showed itself in small steps. No one asked for more than the moment offered. Later, the elder shared a story with Noah near the fire. He spoke of a time when people depended fully on the land. Horses were not tools but partners in survival. Each one carried memory and spirit. Losing such a companion felt like losing a voice from the past. Saving one meant honoring all that came before. Noah listened with deep attention. He began to understand the weight of his actions. Kindness had reached further than he imagined. The past and present had quietly touched. As evening came, clouds gathered on the horizon. The wind shifted and carried the scent of rain. The elder looked toward the sky and frowned slightly. He said the night would test the horse again. Cold and damp could slow healing. Preparations were made without panic. Extra shelter was built near the barn. Warm coverings were placed gently. Noah worked beside the warriors without words. Unity formed through shared effort. Rain arrived after sunset and fell steadily. The sound filled the land and washed the dust away. Inside the barn, the horse remained calm. Its breathing stayed steady through the storm. Noah stayed awake, listening to every movement. The elder remained nearby, watching in silence. The warriors continued their quiet guard. The storm felt less like a threat and more like a cleansing. The land accepted what was happening. Night passed with strength rather than fear. When morning returned, the sky cleared again. Sunlight touched the wet ground and made it shine. The horse lifted its head and shifted its weight. Its eyes were bright and alert. The elder smiled and placed a hand over his heart. He said the horse had chosen to stay. Relief moved through the group like warm air. Noah felt gratitude he could not fully express. The ranch no longer felt like his alone. It had become a place of shared purpose. Later that day, the elder spoke of what would come next. The horse would need weeks before traveling. The people would stay nearby until that time. They would not take control or give orders. Everything would be done through respect and agreement. Noah accepted this without hesitation. He felt honored by their trust. The land felt richer because of it. Change no longer felt frightening. It felt necessary and right. As the sun lowered, Noah stood near the fence and looked out. Warriors moved calmly in the distance. The barn stood strong behind him. The horse rested safely inside. Noah understood that this journey was not about reward. It was about responsibility and connection. The choice made one night had opened a path. That path could not be undone. The days ahead would shape his future, and he was ready to walk forward. The final days of healing arrived slowly and with quiet confidence across the ranch. Each morning Noah walked to the barn with steady hope in his chest. The horse now stood with support and strength growing each day. Its eyes showed awareness and calm trust. The land around the ranch felt alive with balance again. Even the air seemed lighter and more welcoming. The elder visited daily and observed without interference. He said healing could not be rushed or claimed. It happened when body, spirit, and land agreed. Noah understood this now through experience rather than words. The horse responded best to patience and steady presence. Every step forward felt earned and respected. Warriors continued their watch, but their numbers slowly reduced. Those who remained carried peace rather than caution. They helped with simple tasks and shared quiet meals. Stories were exchanged beside evening fires. Noah learned of journeys taken and lessons passed down. They spoke not to teach, but to remember. One afternoon the horse took several strong steps on its own. The injured leg held steady under its weight. No one spoke as it moved forward. The moment carried deep meaning for everyone present. The elder closed his eyes briefly in thanks. Noah felt his breath catch with emotion. The elder later explained the time of departure was near. The horse would soon return to its people. Its journey was not finished but renewed. The land had served its purpose. Noah felt pride mixed with quiet sadness. Letting go was part of respect. On the final morning the sky was clear and wide. The horse stood fully upright and calm. Its strength had returned enough for travel. The warriors gathered with care and dignity. No weapons were raised and no commands were spoken. Everything moved through shared understanding. The elder approached Noah and placed both hands over his heart. He thanked him for choosing compassion without expectation. He said such choices shape the future quietly. The horse was guided forward and paused near Noah. Its head lowered gently, as if in recognition. That simple gesture carried more meaning than words. As the horse walked away surrounded by its people, the land remained still. Noah watched until the figures disappeared beyond the hills. The ranch felt quiet again, but not empty. Something lasting remained behind. The land had been changed through kindness. And so had the man who lived upon it. That evening Noah sat alone beneath the stars. The silence no longer felt lonely. It felt full and complete. He understood now that some moments were meant to pass. Their purpose lived on through memory and choice. The ranch stood strong, carrying a deeper story. From that day forward Noah lived with greater awareness. He listened more and rushed less. The land responded with steady abundance. Kindness had opened a path that never truly closed. Some journeys ended while others quietly began. And the ranch remained a place where compassion once changed everything.